in Vancouver, Washington. We're at the I Like Comics store, which is one of the largest one in the nation, and very friendly staff, and we got their permission to film here, and found 2 or 3 comics. They've got some Western issues, and we really enjoyed looking through it. Hello again. This is Hawkeye for Hawkeye's Old Comics and Cards, and I want to welcome you to our episode today. And I want to tell you about our visit we had at a large comic shop, maybe the largest in the nation, called I Like Comics. This was on May 15th, this past week, and we visited that shop in Vancouver, Washington, just over the line from Portland, Oregon. We've gone up there to visit with our granddaughter. The store owner, Chris Simons, he gave us permission to do a little video in there and to talk about his place. In fact, he even loaned me his big old price guide, the kind with large print, and I was able to use that as I went through some of his comics, just checking them out. And he told us how to find some of the old stuff, the vintage stuff. He said, look for the headings, like under A, look for miscellaneous, and then go back behind that. And so we started out doing that. My son-in-law and my daughter, they helped me. And we went through that and found some comics. I found 3 that I liked, and I decided to bring with me. Of the 3 I found at I Like Comics, the first one I'll show you is the Virginian, and it's number 1. And, you know, James Drury, Lee J. Cobb, Doug McClure, they were in that TV series. A great show to watch. I enjoyed it. It has a backup story in the comic called The Man in Black. It reminded me of Johnny Cash, who said, I never wear bright colors on my back. He always wears black. But it's a good story, and they may have had it in other issues too, more sequence of the story. And then I found a copy of Red Ryder Ranch magazine. They changed the title from Red Ryder Comics to Red Ryder Ranch magazine with number 147. And a lot of people don't realize, but on the cover it shows the artist himself, Fred Harmon, who did all the Red Ryder artwork. And he's inside too. There are pictures of him inside. He likes to help young boys. He would let them come to his ranch. You know, he'd run contests to let them come out and spend a week or so on his ranch. And that was Fred Harmon. He did a great job with the Red Ryder comics. And then the other one that I found is not a Western, but everybody recognizes Don Knotts here. This is number 408 in Dell Giant or Dell Movie Classics comics, and that became a movie with Don Knotts, and you know, a lot of it was cartoon.
I don't want to wait a million years to go back again. More than anything, I wish I could be one of you right now. I wish I were a fish.
I Like Comics. They're in Vancouver, Washington. This is the bag. It might give you an idea of the shop, and it's some information about it here. It gives phone number and everything. This was a nice little bag they gave us to take out. But happy trails to you. And we're finding a good selection of old westerns. These are 4 colors. Here's Gene Autry, 4 color 47, and Gene Autry Dale number 83. And here's another Gene Autry here. And here's a Roy Rogers. Nice cover right there. And I think this is one that has 4 different photo covers. On the inside front cover and on the back cover, and then the inside back cover. This is Roy Rogers 95. I think this is about the 4th issue, Roy Rogers. First issue was full color 38. Here's another Gene Autry, #1. Boy, that's a nice one. Now I've got one of those, but it's not in that nice a shape. I found one where somebody had put a mustache on him, then he erased it, which is not a good thing to do to good old comics. Here's some more Roy Rogers, #137. That's also an earlier issue out of Dell. Of course, Dell started out with Roy Rogers with full color 38 and full color 63, which has a very 63 has probably the nicest photo of Roy on the front cover. Oh, here's some Mickey Mouse. I think there's one or two other westerns here. Here's Buck Jones. That's the first issue. It says $2.99, but that's in the full color series. And $2.99 is Buck Jones, and that's a nice cover. Well, I don't have this one, but I didn't really get into Zorro that much. But that's Zorro number 428. Return of Zorro. The classic. There's a good series in the price guide mentioned about movie classics. That's Todd Andrews plays the character featured. Here's another Zorro. I have that cover. I think Annette is shown on the back. I don't think that may be #1. The first one. Here's Maverick. Here's James Garner and Jack Kelly playing in Maverick. One of the later issues there. Here's a rifleman with Johnny Crawford and Chuck Connors.
The Rifleman.
That may be the #1 also. Nice cover. Glad we had this chance to find this good store of old comics, full colors. Number 1013, Bat Masterson. Here's the Rebel. Johnny Yuma was a rebel, and of course, Nick Adams played the title character. Nice. Oh, here's Annette right here. Not in a Western, though. Here's Bonanza. I think that's the first issue. Yeah, first issue of Bonanza. I heard one time that they had a situation where they all wanted to be just so tall, and they didn't want one to be taller than the other, so they wear lifts in their boots. Cookie, loan me your comb.
Yeah.
And this is Margaret, Anne Margaret's husband. Remember this guy? He was in a lot of the spoof movies, Spoof Untouchable.
Yeah.
Elliot Ness and the Untouchables. Yeah. Robert Stack, that's his name. Yeah. He was the lead character in that. Pa and Hoss and Adam and Little Joe. We went on to Little House on the Prairie. Nice programs. That's part of our happy trails as we're looking for vintage old comics and cards, Hawkeye vintage old comics and cards. Happy trails to you too. Hope you'll give me a like, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.
Happy trails.